This is the Turtle Beach Stealth 500 headset, the latest in the Turtle Beach lineup of headsets, and this one is made specifically for the Xbox platform. Let's dive in. Be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. So we've got the headset here. It is designed to be a wireless experience. We've got 40mm drivers on the side here for your audio experience. We've got spatial sound support. We've got a 5.2 gigahertz bandwidth with a Bluetooth 5.2 support. I know, crazy, right? So I'll just throw this on my head here. Probably backwards, but I just want to show off what we got in the bag. So we have to have a receiver for this one because it is wireless. That will take up one of your precious slots on your Xbox console. Just keep that in mind. See, a little USB here. Works pretty good for distance. And then you get like a little cord. They used to be a little bit more generous with the cord lengths, but you got to keep in mind this is more of your budget headset from Turtle Beach, but still a good headset all the same. So yeah, let's dive in and talk about it a little bit more in depth. But first, we're going to show you just what the audio quality sounds like right here. Turtle Beach Stealth 500 microphone audio test. So as you can see, not too bad from the omnidirectional microphone, which will pop out here from the side. So it comes down and then it moves side to side, so you can adjust it for your speaking. There's variable mic monitoring, which means you can hear your own voice when you are talking, so that you know how loud you are when you are using the headset, which is great. There's four kind of EQ modes for the Turtle Beach options, alongside the superhuman hearing, and then of course there's the usual profiles you get when you use a Turtle Beach headset, which is quite great. And we've got memory foam cushioning so that it remembers your head after uses. The headband here has a nice little supporting strap, and it doesn't have the movement adjustments that we usually get, but it still has pretty good movement for those with larger heads. Just keep in mind that maybe you might have some issues here with these parts here if you are one of those people with larger heads. And then there is like a little screw part here. So it's kind of like, again, it's a budget headset is what it is. Let's be real here. So it's a little bit higher than the low end because we do get the Bluetooth support, which is great to see in this headset. You still get the 40mm drivers, so it still sounds great. You get that great sense of atmosphere, and you can hear bullets from different distances. You get that great sense of like audio awareness, and you get all the little tiny little sounds and stuff like that, all ASMR like when you're playing different games like shooters, or if you're listening to music, or if you're pumping in audio from like a Bluetooth type device and everything like that. So it works pretty good, and you can plug it in and everything. The buttons themselves, not too bad. There are quite a few buttons. You got your like Bluetooth button, you got your different mode button, and then you got like a little tiny like sync thing. So there's like, and then you can adjust the audio and the party chat, everything like that. You can adjust through the little game chat, and you get what I'm talking about, through the different little wheels in the back, so you can kind of get the right settings you want, and you can turn it on and off. It is something that you do charge, so you might have to plug in, which again, the cord length, and then it's the USB Type-C right there. But yeah, you're supposed to get like 40 hours of battery life, and it does seem to just kind of go on and on and on, so you shouldn't necessarily ever run out of battery as long as you keep this thing like relatively charged. So I don't think that'll be too much of a problem. It is relatively light on the head, which is nice. I do find that these straps tend to weigh down a little bit on my head when I'm using them, but for comfort, it honestly isn't too bad, especially for extended periods of time. I've been testing it out and using it on the same things I usually do. I mean, I've reviewed so many of these headsets over the years. It's just like clockwork for me at this current point in time. But yeah, I would say it is decently light. It is nice and cushiony. At the same time, though, I have felt either like just higher quality build headsets over the years and stuff like that. But that's where I'm again kind of reminding you that this is more of a budget option. But with Turtle Beach, it's usually budget with the features of higher headsets and everything like that, which is really good for your value and bang for your buck if you're trying to find yourself a headset that is, budget friendly and everything like that, but still of a good quality. But like I said, it is very, plastic like. You can feel the build materials, especially in difference to other headsets and stuff like that I usually use. You can definitely feel the difference, but I think this is a nice kind of step up from their lower end, which is really, I think that one is incredible for bang for your buck, honestly, still at this current point in time. But this is a nice step up in terms of like just quality and everything like that. So it's not super pricey, and it's not like super low end, but it's like the materials and stuff like that, I think you can definitely feel like the plasticness of it, but that also helps a little bit for the weighting. It doesn't feel too heavy on your head. It doesn't weigh too heavy. And it does keep decently cool, I would say, over time periods. But I mean, it is a pair of headphones that you kind of just throw on your head and you get going and you get playing your games or listening to your music or whatever other sort of thing that you're going to be doing when you are wearing these headphones. Because again, we got the Bluetooth and a higher quality support, which is nice. It's neat to see the feature creep and advancement slowly over time for these things, which is kind of interesting. And it's so cool to see their range of headphones. That's the coolest thing about Turtle Beach is they've got a full range of headphones for the modern era. You've got, headsets that are like really affordable, that can take a beating, and then you get like slowly creeping up and up and up until you get to those really, really high-end quality headphones, and you just get more features and more build quality. But that's the cool thing I always, like I said, love about Turtle Beach is that they give you, even at that lower end, they give you those high-end audio features that you really desire when you're playing games to get that edge on the competition, to be able to do well, to be able to fully perform like you need to. And then you just it's the build quality usually that is the biggest difference. But I would have liked a little longer of a charging cord just so that in case you do need to like plug in and play. And like I said, that USB port kind of plug in is a bit of a detrimental thing for the Xbox users. And hopefully someday that gets opened up from, that's more of a Microsoft type thing as opposed to Turtle Beach, right? So hopefully at some point that does get opened up so that we don't have to use for some of us, very precious USB slot on our consoles, as that's something I always keep in mind. So yeah, it's got all the features, all the style, everything like that you want out of Turtle Beach. It's a nice matte black aesthetic. I like the look of it. It's smooth, it's clean, it's not too bad. It's got some nice little movement to it. It fits on the head well. I think it kind of gets the job done. And I don't really have any complaints about it, right? Like, it's got a good battery life. It's a solid build. It's solid quality. It's not going to necessarily like blow your mind or anything like that, but I think it's pretty good bang for your buck. And it's just a nice, clean headset offering that you can enjoy on your platform. And I think there's different variants, or there will be more variants over time, for platforms and color variants and all that. So I'd give this one a 7.7 out of 10. You can read my full review in the description below if I do get around to doing that. But yeah, it's a nice build. It's decent quality. It gets the job done. I think if this is something you're looking for, you can be pretty happy with what this headset has to offer. Enjoy the experience of it, and it should last you a pretty good long time, I think. And I don't believe you'll come into any problems with this one. It does seem to get the job done. It just, again, if you are looking for something where the build materials and that are of a little higher quality and a little crazier, then you would look at their higher end models. And that's kind of the big variations between the different headsets that you get from Turtle Beach. But pretty great, and I hope you enjoyed this dive into the, Stealth 500. I'm sure we'll be diving into more headsets and stuff down the road because that just seems to be something I do. And again, liking the video is great, subscribing is great as well.